And of course, Sunni scholars have made efforts to somehow justify the whole event, even though they know the fact that it was Yazid, son of Muawiyah, and the people around Yazid who were involved in the killing and this tragic event, yet they try to justify, they make their efforts in vain, of course. Vain efforts, because no matter how much they try to justify the whole event, the truth is clear. The truth does not remain hidden. And whatever we try to say regarding this event of Ashura, of course, is referenced, is documented, and it's based on the narrations and the reports available in Sunni sources. We are not going to make recourse to the Shia sources. We are not going to use the Shia books in order to prove the event or to try to substantiate the event. No. There are two main reasons why we are using these Sunni sources. Of course, first of all, we try to prove the facts, the events through the Sunni sources, because it's more acceptable to both Shia and Sunnis. When Sunnis have reported something in their books, then that really means that there is no doubt about the event. And secondly, we want to use the Sunni sources because we want to say that the reports are not only in Shia sources, but they are also in the Sunni sources. And this will cause the Sunni populace, the Sunni scholars, and the Sunni elites to stop making further justifications and making further efforts to somehow tamper with the event of Ashura, to somehow misrepresent the event of Ashura. Of course, there are some fair and truthful people who have narrated the story as it is. And that's why we are using those sources in order to prove the whole event, in order to tell you the facts, the untold facts regarding this very unique event in the history. And now I'm going to further enumerate some of the justifications that have also been put forward by Sunni and Salafi groups, or Sunni and Salafi sects, people like Ibn Taymiyyah, Abdul Qadir Gilani, Ghazali, and of course these are Sunni scholars, but they are inclined to different sects, to different inclinations, thoughts and tendencies. People like Ibn Taymiyyah, who is the leader of the Salafi and the extremist Wahhabi group, or the Wahhabi sect, say that Yazid was never involved in the murder of Imam Hussein, or peace be upon him. Yazid was actually very much sorry, and he was very much sad when he heard the news of the martyrdom of Imam Hussein. He even wept over his martyrdom. This is the claim made by Ibn Taymiyyah. He also says that Yazid was never involved in the captivation or in imprisoning or in jailing or in captivating the family of the Holy Prophet and the family of Imam Hussein and his companions. In fact, Yazid actually respected them, welcomed the family of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, when they arrived in Damascus. Ibn Taymiyyah further justifies the crimes committed by Imam Hussein, saying that even if we assume that Hussein bin Ali was actually killed by Yazid, then Yazid also did a lot of good deeds. He also did a lot of charitable acts. And there is a verse in the Holy Quran which says, إِنَّ الْحَسَنَاتَ يُذْهِبْنَ السَّيِّئَاتِ. The good deeds, hasanat, take away all the bad deeds or the effects of the bad deeds. Okay, Yazid was someone who did also a lot of good deeds, and of course, even if we suppose that he was involved in the murder of Imam Hussein, later on he did some good deeds that actually washed off and wiped out the bad deeds, the crimes that he committed. And there are other justifications by some Sunni scholars who say that Yazid's act was something justified, it was legal, it was based on the Sharia of the Holy Prophet, it was based on Islamic doctrine, Islamic teaching, and Yazid was someone who enforced and acted upon the commands, the divine commands, upon the prophetic tradition. Because they say that Yazid's government was a legal and legitimate government, and Hussein was a rebellion or a rebel who started to bring down or to drag down a legitimate government, Yazid's government. Yazid was a just ruler, and he was a Muslim ruler. No one had the right to rise up against him and to drag down him from power. And Yazid reacted legitimately within the Islamic Sharia law to stop him. And as a result of this, Yazid killed Hussein, and Hussein was murdered. So what Yazid did was actually legal and according to Sharia law. This is another justification put forth by Sunni scholars and some Sunni scholars. And of course this is very much laughable. And there are people like Ibn Khaldun who say that Hussein bin Ali actually broke the allegiance. He was someone who had vowed allegiance to Yazid, son of Muawiyah. And Yazid was the guardian. Yazid was the protector and maintainer of Muslims. And no one had the right to disobey him as a ruler. Now what did Hussein do? Hussein actually breached his contract, and he stopped giving allegiance to him. He disobeyed him, and he actually violated the allegiance, and he deserved to be killed. He deserved to be killed. And of course, there are more and more justifications which are not appealing to anyone who knows something about the event of Ashura. And inshallah, I will carry on my discussion regarding this subject in the future sessions. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.